I'm only saying this because I care for you. And I'm only saying this because I don't want you to go through and make the same mistake that I did for so long. There is no perfect moment. There is no right time. Waiting for the right time, that doesn't exist. And you're gonna realize, and you're gonna wake up one day and realize that you've wasted your entire life. You've wasted so much time of your life just waiting for that right moment, waiting for that perfect moment to start, to do that thing, that business venture you're thinking of, that sport you wanted to learn, that new hobby you wanted to do, that person you wanted to talk to. There is no perfect time to do it. You just got to take that first step. Just take that first step. Start ugly. Start messy. Start scared. Taking that first step is always the scariest part, and it's the hardest thing. But I promise you, by taking that first step, by just even starting, that you can change your life for the better. And I don't want you to live a life of regret, and I don't want you to waste any more of your time thinking, wondering, and procrastinating. The truth of the fact is that you'll never be ready. All that research, all that reading up on whatever you're thinking of doing, trying to be the most prepared that you can be, you're not going to be prepared. But as ironic as that sounds, clarity actually comes from starting, taking that first step. Clarity comes from starting, by doing the thing, by taking the first step. Because by taking the first step, you now have started, and now you have a point of reference. By starting, by taking that first step, you now know what you need to do. You now know what to improve on, what worked, what didn't work. You have a point of reference, and that is the most important thing about starting, is that you have a sense of direction on where you're going. The reason why so many people are overwhelmed and quite honestly just don't even take the first step is because they don't know which step is the right step to take. Which first step is the right one, the right move, the one that will take them to the right path. And I'm gonna be real, I still look for that answer, but I've come to realize that there is no right step. There is no perfect chess piece move that you can play. It's the best move that you can take is just taking one move, just doing something. And with that, you have a sense of direction on where you need to go. Even if it might be going backwards, you now know that you are heading the wrong direction. So now the next step is to turn around, to go into the right direction. But the most important thing is starting and having a point of reference. Because by starting, you have that clarity on where you need to go. And then you can figure things out from there. So start with thought, start unprepared, or live another day contemplating and filled with regret down the road. One major thing that I think holds a lot of people back is not the fear of failure, but it's the fear of other people's opinions, other people's perspective on you. And I think that's something that we underestimate. We're not conscious of, right? And I understand, I get it. Growing up, I was always comparing myself to people. And I was always conscious of, oh, do I fit in? Do I belong in this group? Am I an outcast? Am I a weirdo for liking these things? For doing these things? For liking a certain type of music? Right? And I've always grown up with that sense of thought of I have to be like everyone else. I have to make them like me so that I can feel validated. So then I feel like I'm part of a group. And as I grew up, I realized that everyone is different. And the sad truth is that not everyone in your life will stay. Right? Elementary school, high school, post-secondary, work friends. Some people will come, some people will go. And the truth is that the majority of people in your life will go and won't stay for the long run. As sad as that is the truth. And I want you to really remember and really understand that you are living your life. So why do you keep holding other people's opinions so high? There's this thing called the spotlight effect. And basically what it is I'll sum it up in a sentence. It's no one cares about you as much as you do. Plain and simple. No one cares about you as much as you do. As much as you think they care about you, just always remember this. Always remember this. You are a side character to other people's lives. You are a side character, but you are a main character in your life. So I want you to start acting like one and start living true to yourself like you are the main character to your story, to your movie. Because you are. And why would you let some side character, it might be a bit harsh for me to say that, but why would you let some side character of your movie, of your story, dictate the outcome, dictate what you want to do? And I feel like society has made us very subconscious about ourselves, that we feel like we need to fit in, that we need to be liked by everyone. When in reality, you don't have to, you know? It's okay to express who you are, be different, you know? It's good to be different. It's good to be unique. If everyone was the same, life would be boring. If there was a bunch of white sheeps in a herd, it'd be plain. It would just look like any regular herd. But if there was a rainbow of sheeps in a herd, now that stands out. That catches attention. That has personality. And I want you to be you. I want you to stand out from the rest of the sheep. I don't want you to be a white sheep. I want you to have rainbows. I want you to have color. Blue, red, yellow, orange. I don't care. But I always want you to understand that you can live authentically how you are. And no matter what anybody says about you, it only affects you if you think it is true. I'm gonna say that again. It only is true because you make it true. When in reality, they're just thoughts. They're just opinions. We only have one life, right? Only have one life. There's no redos in life. There's no respawns. There's no retries. In this game called life, we only have one chance. And always remember that this is your life, not anyone else's. So you live it on your own terms. You live it on your own accord, no matter what anybody else says. You live it the way you want to live it. Because at the end of the day, when this is just my personal mantra or my personal thinking, is that at the end of the day, when I'm near my time, when I'm near my deathbed, I don't want to look back on my life and realize that I lived a life of regret. I don't want to look back and realize that I played it safe. I didn't live my life to the fullest because of what other people thought, what other people said about me, their limiting beliefs on me. I don't want to play it safe. I want to live life on my terms. I want to live life to the fullest on my terms. And I think that really helps me be truly me and authentically me, because I know at the end of the day that I am all that matters to myself, and that I live the life that I wanted to on my own terms, on my accord. And then I can proudly say, through the ups and through the downs, that it was my fault, or it was through my own efforts, belief, and confidence in myself that I achieved what I achieved. With that being said, I want to leave you with a actionable game plan framework that you can start implementing in your life that hopefully can help you, because I know it's helped me, so I hope it helps you. But 3 steps, 3 very simple steps. Number 1, I want you to make a list of 3 things that you've been wanting to do, procrastinating on, haven't started yet, or overthinking about even. I want you to list those 3 things out, whether that's starting a business, whether that's learning a new sport or hobby, whether that's, I have no idea, reading a new book, for example. Whatever it is, I want you to list down those 3 things. And I want you to choose 1 out of the 3, those 3, that you think will be the most impactful in your life. Step 2, I want you to envision. All right, I want you to visualize how you feel after you've accomplished, after you've done and finished the number 1 priority task that I told you to list down. And I want you to really get into the mind and envision what is around you. How do you feel? Who are you? Who did you become? And I want you to remember that. And I want you to forever burn that into your head and into your heart. And finally, in step 3, I want you to write down, in the simplest terms, 10 words or less, maybe even 5 words or less, the first step that you need to take. Don't overcomplicate it. Make it as simple as possible. Write down, what is step 1? The more simple it is, the more better it is, because then you would actually be compelled to take action, because it's so easy. So write down that 1 step that you think is the first step, and I want you to take that step. And I promise you, after taking that first step, that first scary, doubtful, ugly, unprepared step, that you will start to develop a sense of direction on where you're going, a sense of clarity on the path you are taking, right? And I want you to start living life on your terms, on your accord, and remember that you are the main character of your life, and don't let anyone else dictate that. I want to leave it on an end quote. Don't let the pain of regret be greater than the fear of other people's opinions. You got this. I know you can do it. I'm here with you. I believe in myself, and I believe in you. Even if you don't believe in yourself, have patience, be grateful, and live your life.